government in exile, BRGIE, has called on the Nigerian government to recognize the result of the self-referendum for Biafra's liberation. Ekpa, acting as the Prime Minister of BRGIE, claimed that over 50 million people voted in favor of Biafra's independence, citing marginalization and other long-standing grievances as motivations for the referendum. He urged Nigeria to accept the outcome to avoid what he described as inevitable historic shame. This development follows Nigeria's defense headquarters' ongoing effort to engage the European Union (EU) in securing Simon Ekpa's extradition as tensions continue to rise over the Biafra movement's demand for self-rule. Ekpa has also extended an invitation to Nigerian officials to participate in the upcoming Biafran convention in Finland later this year. In another development, Simon Ekpa has also vowed to defend Canada-based Nigerian woman Amaka Patience Sonberger, who went viral for threatening to harm Yoruba and Edo people.
Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. How are we all doing? I hope all of you are very fine. This is weekend. Happy weekend to you. I hope everything is all right with you. So guys, we are here to do a reaction video. I want to react on this report from Nigerian news called VOP. I believe I got the name. These people, you know, sometimes I love it, you know, when these people decide to show how gullible and senseless they can be. We all know what is going on, and a child who had been in school, a student that have been in campus for years, okay, will not be questioning, will not be curious to know what campus is all about. I mean, this is something that game that you have been part and parcel of. What I'm trying to tell you is that as an Igbo person or as a Biafran, how Nigerians can manipulate information and how they can go about carrying themselves is not something you need any soothsayer to tell you, or maybe a prophet to narrate to you. It's something that you should be conversant with. Now, I don't want to waste much of your time. Let us allow them to ask the questions to themselves and see the reply they're gonna give to that. I'm replying on this. I'm writing on this because it has to do with the Biafran, and Igbo people. Okay, now hear this.
Ekpa made this known in a statement on Thursday through his official X account, and his comment comes after Amaka Sonberger on Tuesday, through her TikTok account, released a video clip where she threatened to harm Yoruba or Edo individuals she encounters. Reacting to the matter, Ekpa stressed that the Biafran government would defend Sonberger. He further urged Sonberger not to panic for any reason at all.
Exactly.
And with us in the studio this morning, we have Barrister Darlington Agumo. He will help us to x-ray this topic and help us make sense of it. Barrister Darlington, good morning.
Now, before the barrister will say his, because the particular person that I want to react on what he's saying is this so-called Darlington of a man. This guy, sometimes you wonder how these people, you know, acquire their certificate. Most of us are not lawyers. Most of us are not claim that we have certificate. They do, like what he says, he's a barrister, he's a lawyer, and all that. I'm not a lawyer, but when they make some utterances, you wonder what makes them what they say they are. How can this man carry himself in the public that he's a lawyer, but he failed to understand common things, basic things that everybody should know? I don't want to, you know, run faster than him. I want him to bring himself out, but I just wanted to pay attention to whatever this particular man is going to say. He is the one that actually draw my attention to this video, that I need to react on it. Okay, now listen to him.
We'll also be posing questions, throwing questions at Chukwuka, as he will let us know his opinion on this. Well, he shared a bit of it when he, about the Abike Dabiri era's involvement in all of this as it concerns Amaka. But we'll go deeper into, the Biafra conversation.
No, Barrister, this issue of Biafra agitation, and now we have Simon Ekpa coming up to say that there's a referendum. 15 million people voted for self-rule for Biafra. What do you make of this? What does it really portend?
Yeah, Fina,
If you ask me, the issue of Biafra and Simon, it is the federal government of Nigeria that is fueling it.
Why do you say so?
We have given them suggestions on how to end this thing, but the federal government decided to look the other side. Whatever Simon Ekpa has become today, the federal government created and made it possible.
You see, he sounds like Biafran child, isn't it? He sounds that whatever someone might become today, the federal government made it. Just listen so that you will not say that I'm the one putting more words in his mouth. Let him confuse himself here. Listen.
Because if the Igbos in Nigeria, the Southeasterners, have been really integrated into Nigeria.
Okay.
If the insecurity in the Southeast have been taken care of, if the extortion going on there has been, taken care of, if the army of occupation in the Southeast has been removed,
okay,
my dear, nobody will pay attention to Simon Ekpa.
Okay.
But as it is today, with the way you are treating the Igbos in Nigeria, with what happened during the last election, and so many other things that is well known to everybody, the people feel that they are not part of Nigeria.
So are you of the opinion that he's fighting in good faith now, fighting a good fight for the Igbos in Nigeria from what he's saying?
Look, whenever there is injustice, you don't even need to tell anybody. Dissent will just arise on its own. People will just feel disgruntled. When we go and check anywhere where there is injustice, the type that is going on in Nigeria, consciously people will just become disgruntled.
But Barrister, you know that back in the history, let's take it a bit back, where the issue of agitation began, when we have Ojukwu, led, and the Aburi Accord and the statement that was made, Nigerians also did not honor that particular convention. Now with this referendum that Mr. Simon Ekpa is talking about and the vote, do you really think the Nigerian government to also give heed to it?
Whatever Simon Ekpa is doing is on his own.
Now, I have been waiting for him to land here. Whatever Simon Ekpa is doing, he's on his own. Now, but he started by telling you that the injustice, the marginalization, the whatever that's going on inside is the military occupation. He highlighted all those problems which everybody know. Then he said that whenever you have injustice, a set will come. Now, let me see if I can take the video back a bit so that you hear him saying that. Just a bit. Let me see.
Please say so.
Just pay attention.
We have given them suggestions on how to end this thing, but the federal government decided to look the other side.
Now listen.
Whatever Simon Ekpa has become today, the federal government created and made it possible.
Okay.
Because if the Igbos in Nigeria, the Southeasterners, have been really integrated into Nigeria, if the insecurity in the Southeast have been...
He is highlighting all the problem, then you hear what he said. Just because I want you to listen to what this man said. I'm not going to write to the whole video, but I just want you to pay attention to this particular man, because that is where Efulefuism coming. Because most of them are Efulefu, educated one, that means carrying a very good certificate with a high rate. They host first class, this one distinction and all that in school. Then when they want to make a decision or say something, you wonder if this person, in fact a farmer will be more sensible academically than them. Listen.
Taken care of. If the extortion going on there has been, taken care of, if the army of occupation in the Southeast has been removed,
okay,
my dear, nobody will pay attention to Simon Ekpa.
Okay.
But as it is today,
meaning that with all these things that is going on in Southeast, people are not paying attention to Simon Ekpa. That's what it means, right?
So many other things that is well known to everybody. The people feel that they are not part of Nigeria.
So are you of the opinion that he's fighting in good faith now, fighting a good fight for the Igbos in Nigeria from what he's saying?
Look,
now listen to what he will say, that where injustice is just this particular line is the reason why I decided to take it back.
Whenever there is injustice, you don't even need to tell anybody. Dissent will just arise on its own.
Dissent will just arise on its own, meaning that Simon Ekpa PM is dissent. Then it will get a point where he said, No, Simon Ekpa is acting on his own. That is where you understand what I'm saying. People who this is how they contradict themselves. People who know the truth, but because of one thing and another, maybe somehow fear and or maybe you don't want to offend anybody, you turn around and start yapping nonsense. Now listen.
People will just feel disgruntled. When we go and check anywhere where there is injustice, the type that is going on in Nigeria, unconsciously people will just become disgruntled.
But Barrister, you know that back in the history, let's take it a bit back, where the issue of agitation began when we have Ojukwu, led and the Aburi Accord and the statement that was made, Nigerians also did not honor that particular convention. Now with this referendum that Mr. Simon Ekpa is talking about and the vote, do you really think Nigerian government will also give heed to it?
Whatever Simon Ekpa is doing, he's on his own.
Okay, you see, do you understand? I hope you connect the dot. Now let's continue.
Well, Barrister, he's on his own because nobody have recognized him in Igbo land.
Okay. Oh, after saying that he's a saint, he do this, he do that. Now nobody. That's when they want to lie. Do you understand? And if nobody recognizes him, you first of all acknowledge the fact that Igbo people are being marginalized. Southeast are going through this, they're going through that. The military are now escorting money from people. He used the word escortion because he don't want to tell you who actually is escorting Southeasterners out of fear. And when somebody who is man, because all of them are not man, you have to be courageous and strong before you present yourself as a man. You understand? And I don't want to say that women are even more stronger than them. These are pure Efulefu, and they cannot change. They cannot change. They're not even intend to change. Let's continue.
Well, you did say it's the government of Nigeria that has empowered Simon Ekpa to continue on this path. But is it the government of Nigeria that has consistently made Igbos in the southeast to sit at home on Mondays? An action that has continually affected economic growth in that region. Moses, please, are you telling me that if Nnamdi Kanu is reduced today, this sit at home will continue?
But Nnamdi Kanu have come up to say, I am not the one responsible for this. And he also said that the sit at home actually happened not to be his order, but we have Simon Ekpa still.
In the consciousness of the Igbo man today, they are paying solidarity to Nnamdi Kanu because of the injustice meted out on him.
Now, without the sit at home initiated by PM and prolong it the way they have prolonged it now, that thing that they said in the consciousness of Igbo man, okay, that nobody will have time to pay solidarity to Masna. Even this man here would have been telling you that he will be using Masna as a case study. You guys are talking to Africa. Look at the Masna, you see how he ended. They'll be using him as a case study. But he's here now standing as if he cares about Nnamdi Kanu. Without the action of the African government in the PM Simon Ekpa, this man will be speaking from the other side. Do you understand it? And he is trying to deceive people. But let's continue.
In that region. Moses, please, are you telling me that if Nnamdi Kanu is reduced today, this sit at home will continue?
But Nnamdi Kanu have come up to say, I am not the one responsible for this. And he also said that the sit at home actually happened not to be his order, but we have Simon Ekpa still.
In the consciousness of the Igbo man today, they are paying solidarity to Nnamdi Kanu because of the injustice meted out on him. It's as simple as that. Whether it is created by Simon Ekpa or not, the Igbos are paying solidarity to Nnamdi Kanu's continued incarceration without any justification. Okay.
Now, the same group of people were busy telling you that the Igbos are the people. Simon Ekpa is enforcing people. Are you connecting it? The story before is you are forcing people to sit at home. Enforcement. Even the Nigerian news have come out, many of them, including this platform. I have not listened to these people saying that, but people like them, Channels TV, Arise, name it, all of them have at one point or another, they have at one point mentioned that Igbos are being forced to sit at home. They try to sell that to the public. They use that to do kind of to see if they will put PM and reference in problem, to the extent that Finnish journalists travel down to Igbo land to investigate on their own. People don't know this. That's why I love white people. Yes, they are hearing your nonsense, but they don't trust you because they know what you are made of. They travel from Finland to Southeast to make sure they got every information they need about the so-called enforcing people to sit at home, and they came back with the reality. Now is now setting very very well in their mind that they're not saying the truth, because before now, as 2022, 2023, people like this man will be telling you that Simon Ekpa is the one causing insecurity. You actually hear him saying something similar. Maybe I don't know if I will play this video to that length, because this is almost 34 to 35 minutes. So we are not going to stretch the video to that extent. But let's continue.
Okay. Let me come to Chukwuma very quickly. And now, still on this conversation, yeah. We've talked about how the elders in Igbo land are canvassing for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. He's been in detention for way too long, and we are looking for a political solution to it. And we've also looked at the activities of Simon Ekpa as one that has continually aided the government or empowered the government to keep Nnamdi Kanu in custody, because they tend to link the two of them. Do you think?
Oh my goodness, this one, you are very very big fool. How can sit at home and activity of Simon Ekpa be the reason to keep Bassam Ghana in detention? Something that you guys are looking for a way to. Do you know that the same your government have come out to, reach out to PMs through their own lobby to negotiate? They have approached him, and some of you are here shouting, come down, come to Igbo land and do your referendum. Come to Igbo land and do your declaration. Come to Igbo land and do your convention. Umoko, you don't suggest on something that is bigger than your capacity. I mean, Biafran freedom is not something that anybody will just jump in, because it has to do with human being. People have died for this. Many people have sacrificed their lives, and people are going to die more. And that is the problem. Because of this kind of lies, adults refuse to act like an adult. People who say they are Christian refuse to act like a Christian. A lot is going on. You can hear him trying to, sell negative information to the people. It's not gonna work. It won't work.
Back to Barrister now. Let me play the ping pong over to you now. Is it what do you make of the fact that this individual Simon Ekpa, who is a resides in Finland and has the Finnish passport, is calling the foreign minister Yusuf Tuga and other government officials to come? This is an individual that the government of Nigeria is also trying to repatriate, bring back to Nigeria to answer for things that his words have caused in Nigeria. What do you make of that invitation?
Now we tell you that Simon Ekpa is on his own. He's actually exhibiting a useful exuberance, because I don't see how any Nigerian official will honor.
I hate to interrupt you.
Now listen to how this man will educate this fool. He don't understand the reason why Biafran Prime Minister decided to issue that invitation to Nigerian diplomat in Finland and those in Nigeria. He don't understand what it means. This man don't even know what is government in exile. He don't even know the function of government in exile. The reason why I don't react much on the other man, there are 3 men and 1 lady in the studio. The reason why I don't react to what that one is saying is because he's actually busy trying to educate them in a polite way. Even though he have different opinion that he's gonna cast his vote, if Nigeria decides to conduct referendum, him and his family will vote for one Nigeria, which is okay. That's why it's called referendum. It's give you chance to support what you want to support. So nobody will be against you for choosing where you want to belong. which I doubt, because most of them are saying those because they're in studio that they are saying that because they're in studio that are being built by Nigerian state. So I understand that sometimes you need to play careful. And you need to say something that will please the government of the day. But this man here, like he said, someone is on his own. Then listen to this man, hear what he said, trying to put the record straight. Listen.
Of thought there, but you did say he's on his own. But Chukwuma, who is seated right beside you,
It's his own opinion.
is of the opinion
Yes,
that Simon Ekpa, like it or not, speaks to the larger desires of those in the southeast.
Look,
Did you hear that? Whether you like it or not, that Simon Ekpa speaks to the minds of those many people in the southeast. And he is here acting that he don't know, he don't see those things. Just like I watched a video of my brother Ian in Nigeria. I watched a video of APC representative in Edo State defending the the APC gubernatorial candidate in Edo State. The candidate himself refused to appear on the interview that Arise planned for them to interview him. Then he sent somebody. And then when they were asking the man, "Where is your candidate?" He said that the man is refused to appear to this interview because he understands that many people in those states don't have data to watch Arise. They don't have data. They don't have money to subscribe to Go TV and DSTV to watch Arise on the TV. Then I asked Yusuf now, is it Rufai? And I asked him, then why are you here then? Since who is gonna watch you? He said that he just wants to talk to Rufai. You see this stupidity. These people can lie with everything in them. This one is still sitting down here with his looking like animal. That is animal is a story that my grandmother used to tell me when I was small. That is the animal is supposed to be the wife of tortoise. That's Imbe. So when they show you the picture of an it looks like this man, somehow shapeless. Anyway, let me not waste much of your time. Listen to this.
Speaks to the larger desires of those in the southeast.
Look,
whatever talk about his methods.
Hold on. Whatever he is speaking is immaterial. The question is, are the Igbos supporting him? You had when the organization.
The answer is yes. I mean, even though you are wearing eyeglass, why is it so difficult that you can't even see with your medicated eyeglass? You can't even see. Even if you are blind, are you deaf? I mean, is it that you are so stupid or you don't want to appreciate good things? I don't understand. I don't know him. I don't want to insult him. I don't want to be abusive on him. I'm just trying to pour out what I feel about the whole thing because it's an embarrassing. It is so annoying that you can see that this thing is red and somebody is somewhere telling you that it's black, as if trying to undermine your sight, that you can't see anything. That is an insult. It's an insult, and it's not. To me, people should learn. The thing is that not only this man, we have a lot of people like this. Now, hear his own excuse to validate what this nonsense that he just said. Now, listen.
They spoke against him. They went to Asorok under Buhari's regime to tell him to bring this guy home so that he can answer for charges. Did anybody do that?
The same thing that made them to say Mazanamogan, the same Ohanese that went to Asorok. Now Mazanamogan is speaking for the mind of people. Before they kidnapped Mazanamogan, who is Mazanamogan to you guys? He was in a problem creator. He was this. He was that. He was this. He's this. Is that. Now, you guys are now You guys have come to agree that Mazanamogan is the only one speaking for Igbos, and his voice is well respected in Igbo land. Before they kidnap him, your belief was that he's a nobody. Nobody know him. Nobody listen to him. Nobody follow him. That is just like you said that Samuel Ekpa is everything. He's a youthful experience. The same thing was said to Master Khan before, that he's a child. He don't know anything. He don't know about what unity and the progress of the country, the Igbo nation. Go and listen to some of the interview of Joe Ibokwe, calling him names. To the point that Master Khan laughed in one of his broadcasts. He said that he's not he's older than most of them, but they are calling him a little boy, little boy. Listen.
Now I told that Simon Ekpa is exhibiting useful exuberance because whatever he's doing in Finland should be done here. In Eastern region.
The same thing that we're telling Master Khan, come down here. You are running away. Come down here. Now he had been there for 3 years. What happened? All you can do is to put him in detention. That's all. The target was to kill him. Were you able to kill him now? I mean, are you able to kill him? I'm talking about those Igbo politicians and the Ohanese. Since you bring him down, because some of you finance the whole thing. Now listen.
Igbo land. He cannot form a government for the Igbos in Finland.
Now, he cannot form a government for Igbo land for Igbo people in Finland. Now, you ask this man, you a barrister, you don't know what government in exile means. That's what he's trying to tell. I started by telling you that some of them that claim they have certificate and have this and have that, when it comes to show us, practicalize those things that you said you have studied in school, when they open their mouth, you wonder, where they studied their so-called, who issued those certificate to them. What this man is saying here is technically that he don't know what government in exile means. Most of us don't know that. Most of us don't even know. Like, I don't know what it means before. But after hearing about government in exile, I have to do my little research with the teachings of PM and government in exile, what it means, what is expected of Biafran in exile, and what it means to the international community. Then I saw a lawyer who's supposed to know is having issue with the meaning of Biafran government in exile. Otherwise, how can you tell me that he's aware of what it means and he's here saying what he's saying?
I've always told people, it is the society that prepares the crime. Then the criminal commits it. We have said this separately, and the facts are there.
Are you insinuating that the government is intentionally reluctant to expedite Simon Ekpa?
If not, why not? Moses, let me give you the template here. When this thing started, remember.
He still don't know the process of extradition. He still don't know what it takes to extradite PM as a Prime Minister of the Biafran government in exile. You are not trying to extradite somebody that is just ordinary citizen like that. Do you understand? So it's a two different things. And somebody I'm talking about is a citizen of Finland who have publicly denounced, Nigeria, destroy his passport on camera.
Simon Ekpa was disowned by IPOB. Remember, up to tomorrow, IPOB is.
So now, from the same people who claim they have, prom IPOB, they probe them to be terrorists. How many of you remember that it was Ohanese and those politicians that went to Abuja and pushed government to probe IPOB to become a terrorist organization? And now he's now using the fact that this terrorist organization that you have named IPOB have denounced Simon Ekpa. That's a plus. That a terrorist rejects Simon Ekpa. Because in your own law in Nigeria, you said that IPOB is a terrorist. And now, who pushed IPOB to become terrorists is you guys from Southeast. All those politicians and the so-called elders and elite. They are the one. They are the one that said that, and here he's trying to make it look like he knows what he's saying.
I've told you they don't know him. He's not acting for him. And that their leader is Nnamdi Kanu. So why didn't the federal government exploit that option and release Nnamdi Ekpa to cut off release Nnamdi Kanu to cut off Simon Ekpa? Because if Nnamdi Kanu come out today, nobody will mention the name of Simon Ekpa.
No, that is wrong. If Mazam Kanu come out today, people will mention Mazam Simon Ekpa, but it will put sit at home, okay, to stop, right? Unless if Biafra government in Nigeria decide to continue, then it won't be a fault of anybody, because of your kidnapping, because of you kidnapping Mazen Americano. That's why we have Biafra government in Nigeria today. So the more you prolong it, the more Biafra government in Nigeria are also are having ground and waxing, which most of you have failed to realize what you have committed by kidnapping Mazen Americano. The more you detain him, the more you are going down. That's just a fact. Anyway, my people, I don't want to bore you with this kind of nonsense that this man is saying. Thank you so much for your time, and please, if you are new, subscribe and like the video, share it, and tell me what you think about what he said on comment section. God bless you. Happy weekend to you all. Bye bye for now.